Hi viewers, this is Seesquee and you're watching another episode of Seesquee Talks. Today I'm going to be talking to you about what I've done over the last 6 months, a few changes I've noticed, and basically why I've been making less and less videos as I've been going. Fear not though, I do have more videos in the works, but we'll be touching on that towards the end of the video. So in the meantime, this is Seesquee and let's go! What's been happening in my last 6 months? Well, since January 2015, life has taken a few interesting twists and turns. On January 5th, my wife and I decided that after a decade of trying to make things work, to just call it quits and focus on living our own lives while raising our son as well as possible while cooperating as much as possible. In February, I started dating that wonderful Twitch moderator and 1.5 YouTube cameo girl, etc., or as some of you guys know her as Myrtle. Things ended up not working out between me and Myrtle, and she has some transitions to do in her life, and I have some transitions to do in mine. But fear not, as we're both still good friends and are actually planning on doing a funny breakup sketch later on this year called Breakups Are Murder. Aside from that, I've been taking a new course for my job that's required me to travel to Kingston, Ontario for the summer, where I'm learning advanced networking, binary, and calculating subnets.
I fucking hate subnets.
Also this year I performed on stage as Oscar Madison in The Odd Couple. This was a big deal for me as it was my first time on stage starring in a comedic role, and as I learned during this production, I do dark comedy
very well.
Special thanks to my writer friend Jaden Braniff for choosing the script and my co-star Todd for giving me somebody to abuse, play off of really well. The rest of the actors and production team were also phenomenal, and I love you all. Another thing that started happening this year is I've started to lose weight. This one kind of snuck up on me. When Mandy and I split up in January, I started eating less bread and more vegetables, and then cut back on a lot of my dairy intake while I was dating Myrtle. And as a result of that, in January, I was weighing in at 255 pounds, and now I'm sitting pretty at 226 pounds, which is great, aside from the fact that I've had to start wearing belts again because my pants keep falling down. Also, since January, I've noticed a few changes in my personality. Whereas in January, I was swearing pretty much every second word in my videos, I've noticed that it's become a lot less frequent. I find myself less angry at lots of things, while at the same time less sympathetic to people who put themselves in bad situations due to lack of foresight. I've also noticed that I'm getting used to the idea of being alone and not in a serious relationship. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to say no to every girl that comes along, but at the same time I'm becoming quite comfortable with being single and don't need to have someone on my arm at all times. This is a new feeling for me, as when I was younger I was a bit of a serial dater and jumped right into marriage at what was a very, very early age. I started dating my wife at 17 years old, broke up for a year, resumed on my 19th birthday, and was married shortly after my 20th. So as a result of this, I've decided to try to slow my life down a bit and try not to rush everything. So aside from that, you're not missing too much. I know this isn't one of my actual funny videos, but I do have a few of those in the works. Right now I have 3 scripts pending review on topics such as 5 people that you meet in a coffee shop, 5 things you do while driving that piss me right the hell off, and things that I hate versus things that I like about the Star Wars prequel movies. So, fear not viewers, I've not forgotten about any of you guys, and I will be making plenty of videos in the near future. As always, this is Seesquee and you're watching Seesquee Talks. Have a great week everyone.